I've got one. Okay. You were talking about how the FDA said it's not a constitutional right to discuss what you eat. Well, I have this, it might not be a constitutional right, but it's obviously a natural right. I think freedom of ingestion, what you consume, is obviously, self-evidently a natural right, because only you can decide it. That being said, I think consumption includes any substance. If you want to drink bleach, or smoke pot, or shoot heroin. How do you guys feel about that concept? Anybody?
Well, since I'm holding the microphone and I'm the one who brought it up, I'll take a shot at it and then pass it along. I absolutely agree with you. I really do not think that government should have the ability to tell me what I can ingest or use. If I think that, you know, the most outrageous thing that you can think of is good for me, so long as I am not hurting someone else, I don't think there's any justification for that. Now, if that misuse of some substance causes me to lose my marbles and go off and hurt somebody else or somebody else's property, then those laws should be fully enforced. But the simple fact of the decision of what I choose or choose not to use, that the government should not have any say over that.
A few months ago I was on the radio and somebody told me that my answer doesn't sound very libertarian. And so I'm going to make this clear. Okay? Right now, you can't test whether somebody's stoned now or they got stoned last night, and we're going to say we're not. All right? What they did on their own time, you don't know. You just know that they got dirty. Now, I do work in the coal mines. I believe you worked in the coal mines.
I did.
You know what haul truck drivers drive like at night?
I do. I did.
You want them to be stoned?
No.
The point is that test is also soon to come out. Until they come out with a test that tells me when they're on the roads and when they're at work, are you stoned now or not? In my opinion, it should remain illegal. When that test comes out.
But why should everybody else be forced when it's just this one industry?
No.
Can't you just your industry test? That wouldn't be a law necessarily.
What about driving on the road? You know, when you're endangering children that are in the backseat of the car. Now, when this test comes out, and I know for a fact I'm involved in a scientist right now, that's out east, that's a friend of mine, he's doing this on the side, and very close. When this test comes out, no, a government should not be able to tell you what's injected in your body, as long as you're not hurting somebody else. No, our hospital should not pay if you OD. You OD, and you don't have the money to pay, you don't have health insurance, yeah, you're screwed. You caused it yourself, okay? But until that test comes out, and we can make sure that our children going down the road are safe, and we can make sure that we're safe, the coal mines are safe as mechanics, or safe on the airports, aircraft mechanics, and many other industries. I believe that until we can regulate it like alcohol for safety reasons, that's where I think that it should remain illegal the way it is.
So Nick just kind of segued right over there to pot. I understood the question to be any substance, anything that you would choose to put in your body. You know, a fella can drink strychnine if they want, and they've done it in the past and they died. A person can jump off a cliff if they want, and they've done it in the past and they've died. When you infringe on an individual's freedom by your choices, then those infringements and the laws that govern that individual's freedoms come into play. There isn't anything out there, you know, we live in Wyoming. You can drive 5 miles from anywhere and be all by yourself. And when you're all by yourself, you can do whatever the hell you want. And nobody can stop you. When the government steps in and tells you, you have to buy health insurance, the next thing that's going to happen, folks, is the government's going to step in and say, you can't eat anything that grew up on 4 legs. But if you choose to, you can't have any more than 4 ounces. So we need to be very clear about individual freedoms versus federal intrusion. So can you take it? Knock yourself out. If it comes into my yard and I'm not into it, then be prepared because I'm packing.
I agree that the government should not be involved in people's lives to that point. In regards to business, corporation in drugs, the corporation or the big businesses can do about whatever they want in regards to their employees, as long as the government is not involved in it. The employees then would have a choice as to whether to work there or not. But when you're talking about getting out on the road and whether they're DUI or not, I believe that there ought to be full liability for everything that we do. So everything is about money today too, and our entire judicial system is about money. Our prison system is about money. I don't know if many of you here are aware of it, but our prison population is the highest per capita in the world today. I don't know whether I ought to touch on this or not, but our prisoners that are in prison are bonded by the government. And those bonds are securities, and those securities are sold on the open market. So what I'm trying to say is the more people in prison, the more money that's being made by those that are in power.